I'm Glenyce Hughes, and I get to facilitate people in creating their dreams come true. How the heck did I get so lucky? And I'm really, really excited because today I did my first VIP day. Changing your body with your body. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. So amazing. So if you want more information, the link is somewhere. And today is all about receiving. Receiving. Yeah, I had an experience earlier this week where I was choosing some upset around a situation, and I happened to be driving at the time, and I had an audio playing in the background, and suddenly I was hearing the audio. There was a class or something that I was listening to, and they were talking about receiving and how when we choose upset, we're not receiving. And I was like, oh my goodness, I should know this. I do know this. But for some reason in that moment, in it all, I was really able to get the energy of how I was using the upset to distract myself from receiving it. Yeah, it's like when you hear about an animal getting abused. And you don't want to hear about it, and you push it out of your mind, and you try to, oh, I can't do it, I just, don't talk about it, That's not receiving. Now, I also do not think that I need to go out and, find and hear all the stories about animal abuse and that sort of stuff. It's not that. It's really just to recognize when you're in that space of not receiving. And what's the tool that you would use? The one I'm always talking about, my sweet friends, interesting point of view. And it was so much magic because as I'm driving, and for 20 minutes before I was in this upset, and then all of a sudden I'm realizing that in the upset I'm not actually receiving it at all. Okay. So then I start, thinking about the thing I was upset about, and interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. And I probably said it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe times. And honestly, it's been gone ever since. And I'm so freaking grateful for these tools from Access Consciousness, because life truly can be ease and joy and glory. Honestly, if I wouldn't have chose that tool, if I wouldn't have chose to hear what they were talking about on the audio, and I wouldn't have chose to use the tool, I would have created so much trauma around that upset, that invention, that story. Like, shocking to me at this point, especially. And I don't mean that as an unkindness to me, but really as a like, wow, you can be using these tools for 9 and 10 and 3 billion years and still be receiving them on greater and greater levels each and every time. So if you ever feel like that, if you ever feel like I should have this by now, I've already worked on that thing, just let go of that, because guess what? That's not receiving either. That's not receiving. That's actually ensuring that you're distracting yourself with the problem rather than going to interesting point of view. I have this point of view. It is such a simple phrase, and it is one that in my experience has changed so much. And you know this, if you've been around me for a while, you know this. I have done countless radio shows, countless videos, countless classes. I have facilitated over 70 foundation classes so far. Bars, don't even have a clue how many bars, sessions and classes I've facilitated. I talk about this stuff all the time, and in that moment, it just changed my reality completely. So I wonder, my sweet friends, where you could be interesting point of view that you haven't been willing to be, so that you can be the infinite receiving that you truly be. And being interesting point of view does not mean you make something right. It means you stop making it wrong, you receive it, and then you can be and do whatever is required to change it. How's it get any better than that? Have a great week, sweet friends. I look forward to chatting again next week.